Hi Gearshifters, welcome back. In this video, I am bringing you along with me as I take a 2-day off-road class with the BMW Performance Center's US Riders Academy. I arrived in town last night, and this morning I met these guys who rode down from Pennsylvania to take the class, and we decided that we would ride over together. I'm really excited, but I can feel that my nerves are really starting to build about this class. The very last time that I took this bike off-road did not go so well. Ended up with a fractured wrist and a sprained ankle and a bunch of bumps and bruises. So I am here to get some skills and some confidence. Our class consists of 11 participants. I'm the only woman. We're all going to be using BMWs provided by the Performance Center. You can see the facility is absolutely gorgeous. As you walk into the reception, you are greeted both in English and in German. The bistro right around the corner is where we'll have our lunch, and it's also where we signed in when we first arrived so that we would be able to get all of our waivers done and introduce ourselves to our instructors. Then we headed into the classroom where we got a brief introduction and foundation for the weekend before heading out to the range. Very quickly, we got our hands on these bikes. We had an opportunity to watch Wendy, but then practice on the bikes that we were going to be using. We learned how to put them on and off the stand, as well as balance them as we walked around, and practiced mounting them from both sides. Then it was time to mount up and head out. Wendy talked me into using a 1250 GS instead of the 310 that I had planned on. Very glad I did. I didn't stall it out once. It was very nimble, very easy to control, and had plenty of torque. At this point, I'm just really excited. I'm a little jittery, but overall just feeling really good and excited. The property is beautiful. I am so excited that we get to explore over 100 acres. They have created obstacle courses and different trails throughout the property that just wind in and out of the other parts of the facility. So in a controlled environment, we have the opportunity to practice lots of different skills on lots of different terrain. I do need to mention, though, that these trees are making me uncomfortable, but that's what I'm here for. I am here to work these nerves out. One of our first exercises was riding side saddle. So you had to stand up and then took turns from side to side, swinging one leg over on the other. Throughout the weekend, we used this awesome tent setup as an outdoor classroom where we go over the exercises before heading to the range. This next exercise was super challenging, maintaining traction on a very loose gravel surface. This was a gravel pit. So the secret to getting through it was to make sure that you let out the clutch completely, rolled on the throttle, kept it steady, and steered with your feet.
You hear about honking for you? Yeah! Fun to go through!
After the gravel pit, we took a break and then went out and did more loose traction exercises, but this time on sand. The same technique is applied to get through the sand pit. You got to stand up and steer with your feet, release the clutch completely, and maintain a good steady speed with your throttle.
gravel for me at least.
Yeah.
When you go quick.
Yeah, you
Right?
did great. Then it was time to rest again before heading out to our next exercise. This was a hill climbing exercise where we had to stop midway and then back down. This was a super simple exercise on the GS 1250 because it has hill assist. One of the things I am most grateful for during this class, each of the instructors took their time to work with me so that I could get over my reaction around these trees. So Thomas took me on an enduro ride around the property, went through several different obstacles, but we made sure to pass by lots of trees. And by the end of the day, I was feeling much better. Everything that we did, including our enduro laps, concentrated on traction control, throttle control, slow speed maneuvering, and of course, balance. I am so thankful that I took this class. If you have the opportunity to do it, sign up. This is definitely one of the coolest obstacles that they have constructed. It is a permanent water crossing. The rocks are attached at the bottom with concrete, so they have a very consistent path. This obstacle, the swinging bridge, was very easy to get across as well. You just have to keep your eyes high and throttle through it. Throughout the weekend, we returned to the range to work on slow maneuvers. And some attempts were much better than others.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to step off that time instead of just falling, and that didn't go so good. Good? So that's our return.
This slow speed maneuvering exercise is one that I will absolutely be adding into my routine for practicing because it is a skill that is extremely important. I utilized it to get across both the gravel and the sand pits because it allowed me to get control of my motorcycle really quickly. What is this exercise? It is starting from a standing position. It may seem like such a simple thing, but if you can take off on your bike without having to sit down, you conserve energy and time.
This side.
Do I put my kickstand down?
Yeah.
All right. Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, what's been your favorite exercise?
Well, they've all been great, but honestly, I loved the emergency braking. It was awesome.
Oh!
That was good, much better.
All right, cool.
I had an incredible weekend and I am so thankful that I took this class. This was an awesome group to learn with and these instructors were incredible. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. Thanks for helping me succeed. And to celebrate success, we went out to Greenville.
Downtown Greenville. Cool place.